name is Broce, Public Works Director for the city. I want to talk with everyone a little bit today about the steering committee that we put together. Staff put together a public steering committee, and we've been working hard on a capital improvement project. The steering committee scored all the projects. We finally have it ready to where we want to send this on up to the city commission. But during our conversations with all the projects that we're thinking about, most of them dealing with the infrastructure, we wanted to explain kind of staff's thought process. And so what we presented to the steering committee was a simple asset management model. This can be used for basically anything, for your house, for your car, for any piece of infrastructure or piece of equipment that you own. Basically, the way the asset management model works is you got your y-axis. This shows the probability of failure. So as you move up the axis, you increase your percentage of failure. Say this is 20%, 40, 60, 80, and then the asset fails. On this line is time. So I started off with the example of like your personal car. If you were to buy a brand new car and you drove it off the lot, your chance of failure, the car's chance of failure is almost nil at that point. It's a brand new car. And it'll go along here for quite a while and work just fine. But if you don't change the oil, you don't input any maintenance into it, it's going to increase pretty rapidly towards failure. So it's essential that you put in maintenance and some TLC with all your infrastructure. I'm going to draw a line up here. This is a risk line. So with each asset, our risk of failure changes. So I'm going to go back to the car example. If you haven't changed the oil, your motor's knocking, you get out here and you haven't changed the oil in say 5 years, and all of a sudden you want to take a vacation with your family, you feel like, well, that's too much of a risk to drive my car across country because it's near failure. But if you're just going to go to the grocery store, you know, that's not much of a risk, so your risk line changes. Okay, so a lot of our infrastructure, it varies tremendously. You get asked the question a lot, so why does the city spend all the money on a new water treatment plant and not put all that money on the water lines? Well, again, it goes back to what risk are we willing to live with. For the water treatment plant, we have a much lower risk that we're willing to live with. If the water treatment plant were to fail, all of our industrial users, our commercial users, the entire city, even some of the wholesale customers that we have, we're all out of water. So we can't live with the very high risk of failure with the water treatment plant. We can live with a little more risk on the water lines because that usually just infects a neighborhood or one particular block. We can get in and get it fixed. And so when we have a pot of money, then that's all the money we have, and we have to prioritize where we place that money, what infrastructure that we fix. We have to assign a risk value to that. So in addition to this, what needs to happen and what we're trying to implement is to come down here early in the asset's life or the infrastructure's life and inject some maintenance. Back to the car example, here's where you change your oil. Well, guess what that does? That changes your curve. Moves your curve out, you've bought more time with that asset. It's still going to continue to get older, but you inject some more maintenance here, and it changes the curve on out. And this is how you extend the life of our roads, all of our infrastructure. Is early on, you have to start putting in dollars into your asset, into your infrastructure, into your roads, your bridges, water treatment plant, wastewater plant. So much of what we have today, we've lacked a lot of this maintenance. And so we're up here on the curve, and at this point, you can spend a lot of dollars trying to put in maintenance here, but you can see it does not buy you very much life. And so it's important that you start early in the process to put in the maintenance, because if you wait till you get up here on your curve, you're really not buying much life and you're spending a lot of dollars. So all this came into play as we made the decision to move forward with the new water treatment plant. At the same time, we're also pumping a lot of dollars into water main rehab work. We've got some on South Summit that's going now. We finished one here between Chestnut and Birch Street. We've got about $1.5 million in water lines that's ready to come out this fall. So, we're trying to tackle it all, but I wanted to explain to people how we have to rank each and every piece of our infrastructure. Be happy to have any questions. If you guys want to give me a call and chat about it, I'd love to visit with people about it. Thank you.